What's up, people? What's up, people? It's your boy MM2K back again with another episode of Prognosis TV. Now, what this was supposed to be a lyrics to go. You know, where I was on my morning walk with my coffee and all this other stuff, but something happened to the audio. I don't know what happened to it. Tried to upload it. It was just nothing but pure silence. So I said, we're going to run it back. We're going to run it back real quick. We're going to be real efficient with that one. And for those of you that have checked our content, you know, you're getting a double dose today. You're getting great content for Prognosis TV or PNTS Network's line of content on the Patreon. We had our after party that's already up and live. And then, like I said, we'll just do this all over again. Now, what am I talking about here? We're talking about the PlayStation event, right? We're talking about the PlayStation event where, PlayStation came out, had their event after Microsoft's kerfuffle. I made that word up probably, or I butchered it, where Microsoft released the S, but then there was a whole bunch of whoop-to-do about whether the S is going to hold back next generation gaming. I don't want to confuse that with the discussion that we're going to have in a little bit, but it's going to hold back next generation gaming because it causes a bottleneck with the VRAM. So after everybody was going back and forth on that, everybody was like, but Sony's going to get this right. Sony's been thinking about next generation. Sony's been thinking about, that console generations matter, that exclusive content to the next generation consoles matter. They're not going to blur the lines between current gen and next gen, no cross gen, all the other stuff, right? And then they dropped the showcase, which you see right here. And the showcase wasn't bad. I originally gave it a 7.5 out of 10. I mean, it wasn't stellar, but it was still a good showcase nonetheless. And it was probably the best showcase that we've had out of the two, period, as far as showing gameplay and stuff that we wanted to play. So I liked it. The problem, though, is that, before I get into the problems, I'll say that the exclusive content that was shown was good. And it was starting to feed that mantra of this is on top of it. It wasn't like, ooh, this is something else on equal level of what we know about Sony with Miles Morales and everything else in Horizon Zero Dawn 2. But it was just like more, icing on the cake to say, look, PlayStation is trying to douse us with that content. Then they had the 4K version of the Godfall trailer, and we were like, okay, now this is not going to be playable anywhere except, current gen consoles, specifically only the PlayStation 5 and the Epic Game Store if you wanted to get it on PC, right? So the showcase would have done its job and just helped further cement stuff that we already know, not necessarily introducing anything new except for the price. I think the price was a W for them. $4.99 for the disc model, $3.99 for the digital model. It could be spun any way. It could be you're paying an extra $100 for a disc, or to entice you for the $3.99 model. Sony's willing to take $100 off. You know what I'm saying? I think it was a W in that realm. Here's where they went wrong. No. And immediately after the show, they just came out of nowhere and made the pre-orders available, and people were running to stores to get their pre-orders as soon as they can because they were just selling like hotcakes. And I think that was a W as well because they did that in advance to people pre-ordering the Xbox. And by them doing that, I think people realized, you know what? I'm going to get this PlayStation 5 and I'm not going to pre-order no Xbox. You know what I'm saying? So there we have it. Now, here are the problems. The problems came after the showcase. And that problem is that we discovered that everything Sony told us was a lie. That they don't believe in generations the way that they try to proclaim. That in actuality, all of the big ticket games that are announced for launch in the current future, except for Godfall, are going to be cross-gen. Miles Morales is cross-gen. Horizon Zero Dawn 2 is going to be cross-gen. And Little Big Planet Sackboy Adventures, or whatever the hell it's called, is going to be cross-gen. This is a problem because they didn't just mislead, they specifically lied to us. Let me see if I can find the actual quotes. While I'm looking for the actual quotes, let me just identify even further that they said again that they believe in generations, meaning that they don't believe in, you know what I'm saying, the cross-gen stuff that we were seeing with Microsoft. And let's be honest, there's, you know, the launch stuff is going to be cross-gen for Microsoft, like the stuff that you get day one. There are going to be several items, though, and at the end of all this, they might, because we don't know if Sony completely showed their hand, but by all intents and purposes, Xbox is going to have more single-gen games for the new generation than PlayStation is. And that's a problem. It may not be that way at launch, but that is a problem. Okay, so let me see if I can find this. Now, again, I'm not saying that this was misleading. I'm not saying that they missed the mark a little bit, and I'm giving them a fair rating. They lied. They lied. They basically said that they believe in generations, and they don't, because again, out the bat, their stuff is going to be cross-generation. And there's several lies, and I'm going here on my homie, the Real Maslin's. Okay, so let's see here. Okay. So here goes. Let me switch here. If I can go to the web completely. Is that it? No. All right. It starts here with this. Horizon's Forbidden West and Sackboy are headed to PlayStation 4. And that was just the beginning of the shitstorm. And the Real Master says, shout out to the new Finesser X PlayStation 4 transition to PlayStation 5 games. Let's see here. Let's continue on. And it says, here goes. He says, oh, no, let me go back to the tweet. I'd rather go to the tweet. Then Jim Ryan says, PlayStation boss says that there are no plans in making cross-gen titles after Ghost of Tsushima. Don't expect any first-party titles to make its way to PlayStation 4. Let me see what else we got here. They even them pre-orders, which I said was a smart move for them, they even lied about that. Sony says no, won't surprise, reveal PlayStation 5 pre-orders. You know, it's just bad. It's just bad all the way around, and it really makes you question. You know, it really see this was bad, this was horrible, and this is repulsive. But what it doesn't do, which I see a lot of my Xbox friends doing, is they're trying to say that this validates Xbox going cross-generational. No, Sony was our last hope. We don't want cross-generational at all. That's like saying, hey, look, you got 3 choices. I'm going to unveil the choices for you to have on what you're going to eat. Choice number 1 is a shit sandwich. Choice number 2 is a shit sandwich with pickles. Now, before they unveil dish number 3, let's just say if everybody was talking up, oh no, see, that's disgusting. Shit sandwich, shit and bread, that's horrible. You shouldn't have to deal with that. You know, we're gonna hit you with the ribeye, the T-bone, and this under here is the T-bone. Is real food that you can digest and eat that ain't gonna make you sick. That isn't repulsive. And then they unveil it, and then it's shit sandwich number 3 with parsley. Just because they lie to you and they want to feed you a shit sandwich too, don't make the other shit sandwiches an appropriate meal. Cross-generational games across the board are a farce. Or not a farce. They're anti consumer as far as I'm concerned when it comes to new console purchasers. You know what I mean? They're anti-consumer because you're giving a company an additional hundreds and hundreds of dollars for them giving you something that you shouldn't have to pay hundreds of dollars for because it's available on the other machine. And then what they do is they spice it up with some more sprites or whatever to try to make it seem like it's a different experience. No, it's a money grab. It is a money grab, and it's a horrible move. And we've never seen it in console gaming before, but we're seeing it now. And to me, that's repulsive. It's a shame that they did this, but beyond it being disheartening, it's just a disgusting move by Sony altogether. You know what I mean? It's disheartening to see as a gamer that this is the route that the big two are doing, but it's all extra repulsive. It's the shit sandwich with mayonnaise on it. With old musty mayonnaise on it at that. Because Sony, you know what I'm saying, decided to do what they were going to do. And you can tell, even looking at the Spider-Man footage, which looks excellent, I believe it's running on the PlayStation 5. This don't look next gen. It looks fantastic. It looks souped up, but it don't look next gen. Yes, having cross-generational games holds back the potential of what you could do when it comes to gameplay elements. It may not so with visuals, but gameplay is more than just visuals. That's why they call it gameplay. So that's my take on the whole ordeal. I don't like it. I don't think it's a good thing. I did go pre-order my PlayStation 5, but I did it as a placeholder. I might just go sell it, get me a 3070 card and a new motherboard if I needed to. I'm not sure if my motherboard can take the 3070. Might upgrade my PC as a backup to Stadia. The only reason why I wanted PlayStation 5 to begin with was Godfall, because I don't like the Epic Game Store. I said I'd rather pay $3.99 and play it on PlayStation opposed to paying $4.99 and just to go on the even more repulsive Epic Game Store. But per the partnership with Sony and Epic, I'm supporting them anyway if I get a PlayStation. So that really, I'm not fighting no good cause by getting it on PlayStation opposed to Epic. You know what I'm saying? And I'm costing myself a little bit less money, but at least I'll get more use out of my PC than I will my PlayStation 5, I feel. You know, and this is right here, last but not least, this right here just further cements why it's better to just go with cloud gaming. I mean, you ain't got to worry about paying all this hundreds of dollars to just get prettier sprites. I already have the next generation version with the Stadia unit that I have. So with that said, if there's any winners out of this, it's cloud gaming. There's still a proposal for you, the gamer, and that's why I highly recommend cloud gaming. But that's it for your boy MM2K. Hope you enjoyed the content. If you did enjoy it, please let other people know about it. They might enjoy it as well. And we want to thank you so much for your support of the Prognosis TV and our other Patreon content. We thank you for your growing support day in day. And y'all loving the lyrics to go. We're going to keep it rolling. Tried to have it today. Something happened with the audio, but we're going to take care of it next time around. And with that said, you all have a wonderful, wonderful gaming day. Oh yeah, also don't forget, we got that SSC podcast episode 28 after party up and running. Now those are for the Stadia War Room members. So if you want to hear our after party joints, you got to be a Stadia War Room member. It's only $3 a month. All right. And with that said, you have a wonderful gaming day. Peace. Don't forget SML on Saturdays. Peace.